I'm a 35-year-old woman, and I've always been close to my niece Claire. She's 13 now, and ever since she was little, we've had this thing, baking cookies together, decorating cupcakes, doing ridiculous DIY kits that never turned out like the pictures, but we always laughed through them anyway. I don't have kids of my own, and honestly, I never expected to. But Claire? She's like a part of my soul. I live about 20 minutes away from my sister's house, so Claire used to spend weekends with me all the time. We had our traditions. Saturday mornings were for pancakes and music, oldies one week, Broadway musicals the next. Then we'd try out new baking recipes or make messy crafts that somehow ended up glued to my fridge. At night, we'd curl up for a movie marathon, and she'd fall asleep halfway through with cookie dough still on her sleeve. Everything started to shift this summer, and not in a slow fade sort of way, more like a snap. Our parents hosted a barbecue in July, one of those extended family things with lawn chairs and too much potato salad. Claire was running around with her cousins, and I was sitting next to my sister Stephanie, just chatting. I brought up this idea I'd been planning for a while, a baking-themed hangout for Claire's upcoming 14th birthday. Something chill, not a big party, just Claire, her close friends, and some fun in the kitchen with frosting flying everywhere. I pictured her calling the shots, running her own cupcake challenge, just like the ones we used to do when she was younger. Stephanie looked at me like I had 3 heads. She laughed, waved me off, and said Claire was too old for that now. Said they already had plans with family. Then she looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're just the aunt. Let the parents handle this." No one else seemed to hear her. They just kept munching on chips or chasing toddlers. I didn't say anything back. What was there to say? She'd never exactly loved how close Claire and I were, but this felt different, deliberate. After that, I started getting left out of group messages. Normally, the family texts would include me details about birthday plans, school events, casual get-togethers. Suddenly, I was hearing about things secondhand. When I asked if something was wrong, Stephanie just said Claire was maturing and I needed to let go of the old dynamic. She actually told me I was trying too hard to be relevant. One night, a few days later, I got a message from Claire. She just said, "Hey, are we still doing our baking day soon?" I stared at the screen for a while. Part of me didn't know what to say. I didn't want to put her in the middle, didn't want to make things harder for her at home. But I also knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. Claire wanted to spend time with me. She missed our thing. That mattered. So I decided I wasn't going to ask permission anymore. I wasn't planning a birthday party. I wasn't doing anything in secret. I was just making a space for my niece to feel like herself. I booked a local community kitchen space, small, clean, tucked away inside a neighborhood center. I dipped into some extra savings I had from my last work bonus. I kept the invite list tight, just Claire, a few of her closest friends, and 2 of our younger cousins who always came to my baking nights. I called it All the Things We Love. Each baking station had its own apron, custom designed with little cupcakes and the girls' names embroidered across the front. I prepped decorating kits with different types of sprinkles and frosting tips. I made a playlist of Claire's favorite songs, the ones she used to sing at the top of her lungs in my kitchen when she thought no one was listening. I didn't tell Stephanie. I knew she'd blow up. But this wasn't a competition. Her official birthday gathering was the day after. This wasn't about stealing the spotlight. It was about making sure Claire didn't feel like her options were either a stiff, formal dinner or nothing at all. She was turning 14. That weird, in-between age where everyone expects you to grow up too fast but still treats you like a kid when it's convenient. I just wanted her to have a few hours where she could be herself, no pressure, no speeches, no matching outfits. I printed the invitations myself and planned to hand one to Claire at her piano recital. That's when everything really kicked off. But even before the drama